Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let's talk about what's going on today. So, first and foremost, you're going to do your daily attendance. Always, every time you have me for class and for lab. Don't forget, here's your Google Meet link. We're going to scroll down to this week, 9/21 to 9/25. Tuesday, you can see on the folder, we've got our Google Meet scheduled, the daily attendance form, you've got a bell ringer, some scientific method stuff, and an exit ticket. So click on Tuesday. Your bell ringer is the regular bell ringer that we normally do. And then you've got a scientific method stations activity. So here's what it's going to look like. This activity is going to guide you through different ways of learning about the scientific method. Be sure you click My Document. That's going to show up here at the top of your assignment. Don't make a copy or don't use the edit button. You just want to do My Document. And then let me open so you can see what it's going to look like. Okay, so we have, this is the very first page. This is going to help you keep track of how far you've gotten through this activity. It is a little long, so you're going to have 2 days to complete it. And it says over here, the screens on here are the links that you can work on for each station. So if you go to the research it and you click on it, it's going to take you to slide 10 and let you work on that particular station. And then you can go back to the lab room. And then if you finish the research it station, you're going to take this check mark and you're going to put it over here where research it is. And that's how you're going to keep track of which stations you've completed. So you have 8 stations. The last one is a challenge station. I'm going to quickly go through each one so you can understand what I'm looking for. So this first one is watch it. So you're going to watch a YouTube video by clicking this link, and then you're answering these questions. The questions should be answered over here on the left-hand side. This is where I will be grading. And then the next station is the Read It station. This is actually 2 pages long. There's lots of reading. And the section here on the left-hand side is for you to jot down notes or drawings that will help you remember the information. The third slide for the Read It station is where you're going to answer these 3 questions over here. Then we have the Explore It. Explore It is actually 4 slides long, and it deals with the picture of these bananas, and you're basically going to be setting up an experiment about these bananas. So make sure you read all the questions on each of the slides and answer them. This one has a lot of background information with 1 question. This one's just got 2 questions and then some background information. And then this is the last part where you're writing like a conclusion for your experiment. Then we move on to the Research It station. This is going to go through and have you play a game. So here's what the game looks like. It's called Inky the Squid and the Scientific Method. All right, so you're going to click Start a New Game. And I'm not using a touch screen. I'm using my desktop. But if you're using your touch screen, you can click yes. I'm going to click no. And then it just says to press the space bar to continue. I have to use the arrows on my keyboard to move up and down. And the space bar is going to squirt ink at sea creatures. You want to gather the messages in the bottles. Okay, that's the goal of this. And then the shiny treasure pearls, you want to collect those. You can use the mouse to answer your questions. I'm going to hit spacebar like it says down here. And you want to pick the Baby Squid Infinite Lives level. And then you're going to go through and move them around and shoot ink. And if you get hit by one of the fish, then you die. So as you go through and you collect the bottles that are in there, they're going to have questions that help give you some background information. So you want to play through 4 levels of the game. And like I said, make sure you click the Baby Squid Unlimited Lives mode. Answer these 4 questions over here. And then you're done with the Research It station. Then we move on to Organize It. This is all the different steps of the scientific method in these circles, and they want you to organize them in the correct order. So you're just going to click on one of the circles, and you're going to drag it to where you think it belongs and put them in the correct order. The next station is an Illustrate It station. Here, I would like you to draw a diagram or flowchart of the scientific method that helps you understand. Maybe this picture is not making a lot of sense to you. So you're going to want to draw a picture or create something that helps you organize it in your mind. You have to make sure you include the key terms and an explanation of each stage. This next slide is going to give you ideas of how to do that drawing. You can do it on paper, take a picture, and then upload it. So you would use this upload from computer. You could use the Google Draw app. You would get that from the waffle when you do a new tab, and then you can upload it onto this page as well. This work here has to be unique and original. You cannot go to Google and just Google scientific method flowchart and then paste it here. You will not get credit for that. So the next station is a Write It station. You're going to be answering a few questions on these 3 slides. And then we have the Assess It station. There's 2 slides of questions for that as well. And the last one is the Challenge It station, where you're going to be either doing an interview, making that up, flashcards, a crossword puzzle, or a comic strip that deals with the scientific method. Those are your choice. And then when you're done with this activity, it's going to take you 2 class periods. So we're going to take 2 periods to work on it. And then when you're done, you're going to make sure you submit it. And then you have an exit ticket for the day. This is going to take you to Castle Learning. Some people have been having trouble. You may want to try and log into Castle Learning outside of Schoology. When you do it for the first time, you need to type in your username and do not put a password in. Your username is AKR- and then it's the first 3 letters of your first name and then the 6 letters of your last name. But don't put your password in because it's been cleared, and then it'll ask you to make a new password this year. So then after you can get yourself logged in, this link here should work well if it doesn't work right away for you. But there's a few questions to answer about the scientific method, and then you're done for the day.